Welcome to the news briefing. We start with the college football landscape as Big Ten fans grapple with post-spring overreactions. We look at the takes circulating about Indiana's outlook without Fernando Mendoza and how the West Coast is reacting to the CFP party aftermath. This is the deep dive you need right now.
Tired of dropping your phone or struggling to hold it with one hand? The PopSocket's Pop Grip gives you a secure grip, works as a phone stand, and even lets you swap the top for a fresh new look. Simple, useful, and perfect for everyday phone use. Click the link in the comments to grab yours on Amazon.
Next up, we turn our attention to the intense pressure facing Ole Miss. We break down the toughest stretch of football for the Rebels in the 2026 season, examining their gauntlet of matchups against Missouri, Texas, Auburn, Georgia, and Oklahoma, and the returning talent they hope to rely on. We shift gears completely to the college football playoff debate. Paul Feinbaum delivers his firm stance on the expansion discussion, arguing why 16 teams is the correct number and why the current structure is special. We also hear from SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey on the necessary homework for any format change. Finally, we switch to the NBA action. Get ready for the guide on how to watch the Pistons versus the Cavaliers in Game 4 of the second round on May 11th, including all the streaming and TV channel options. Don't miss this, and make sure you follow us for the very latest news. The college football landscape is characterized by intense speculation as the spring practice concludes, leaving fans with little reality to anchor their expectations for the upcoming season. Analysts are dissecting various team prospects, highlighting potential shifts in personnel and coaching strategies across major conferences. In the Big Ten, reactions are varied. For instance, there is optimism surrounding the Illinois program, with some anticipating a 9-10 win season based on stabilizing factors, including a new starting quarterback and a reworked defensive staff, despite significant roster turnover. Discussions also focus on Indiana, where the potential success of quarterback Josh Hoover is being weighed against the legacy of Fernando Mendoza, with some suggesting he is built to maintain program momentum. Iowa's defense is cited as a significant strength, with Phil Parker's reputation insulating the team from regression, even with a reduced returning starter pool. Meanwhile, the University of Terps is viewed as having the returning production necessary for improvement, especially given the need for a step forward after recent struggles. Maryland is noted for retaining key young talent, including quarterback Malik Washington. In the realm of national contention, Kyle Whittingham's leadership is seen as a key factor for the University of Nebraska, with strong belief in the defensive line as the team's foundation for a potential CFP run. Stability is also a theme in the Big Ten, with Michigan State turning to Pat Fitzgerald, whose familiarity with the league is viewed as a source of direction. Offensive changes are also under scrutiny. Mo Ibrahim's hiring is seen as a move to revitalize the run game, which has struggled recently. At Northwestern, Chip Kelly's offensive overhaul is generating excitement, though analysts caution that the team's elite skill positions may limit immediate massive scoring improvements. Personnel decisions are also central to the narrative. The departure of Dylan Raiola from the Huskers is being reframed as a necessary evolution, with Anthony Colandrea positioned as a quarterback capable of extending plays. The narrative around USC suggests the 2026 roster is the most complete yet under Lincoln Riley, positioning them as a prime contender for the CFP. Furthermore, the impact of nil investments is being analyzed, with the administration's decision to provide resources to Luke Fickell at Wisconsin seen as a catalyst for a bounce-back season. The overall sentiment across the collegiate football world is one of high anticipation as the season approaches, leaving fans actively mapping out potential outcomes. College football playoff expansion debates remain fiercely contested, with analyst Paul Feinbaum firmly advocating for the current 16-team format and expressing strong reservations about moving to a 24-team structure. Speaking on the debate stretching into 2026, Feinbaum stated he cannot find a logical justification for the larger field, asserting that there are likely not 16 teams capable of winning a national championship. He argued that the field of true contenders would not expand significantly, noting that the previous year's championship field did not approach 12 teams, let alone 24. Feinbaum emphasized the dilution argument, acknowledging the appeal of increased access and television revenue, but drawing a firm line. He stressed that the regular season in college football is unique and sacrosanct, warning that adding more spots risks turning late November games into mediocre affairs due to overscheduling. This cautious stance is echoed by other leaders in the sport. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey concurred with Feinbaum's caution, stressing the need for thorough preparation. Sankey pointed out that the sport has not adequately researched the logistical requirements for a 24-team field, suggesting that negotiations with the media marketplace should precede any increase in participating teams. Meanwhile, the landscape remains divided. Big Ten Commissioner Tony Petitti continues to push for the 24-team model, contrasting with Commissioner Sankey's preference for 16 teams. This ongoing disagreement has kept the field at 12 teams for the 2026 season. Separately, the Athletic Football Coaches Association, AFCA, has formally proposed changes aimed at restructuring the season, including eliminating conference championship games and reducing bye weeks, all while attempting to maximize participants before a proposed January completion date. Feinbaum views the push for more rounds combined with a shorter season runway as contradictory, highlighting concerns about an accelerated schedule that would force an August opener. Ole Miss faces its toughest stretch in years for the 2026 season under first-year head coach Pete Golding, facing a projected fifth hardest schedule in college football according to CBS Sports. The Rebels will endure a gauntlet of 5 challenging matchups from October 17th to November 14th against Missouri, Texas, Auburn, Georgia, and Oklahoma, with 4 of these opponents finishing as top 8 teams in the SEC last year. The opening test is at home against the Missouri Tigers. This game is heightened by the return of former Ole Miss players, quarterback Austin Simmons and wide receiver Caden Lee, who are returning after transferring out. Simmons is reportedly seeking revenge against his former counterpart, and Lee aims to recapture his previous production. Missouri also finished with a top 25 recruiting class in 2026, adding another layer of difficulty. Following the Missouri contest, the Rebels travel to Austin to face the highly experienced University of Texas team, led by head coach Steve Sarkisian and quarterback Arch Manning. Texas enters the matchup with high expectations, bolstered by Manning's strong performance last year, which included 3,163 passing yards and 36 total touchdowns. The Rebels will face a tough environment against a coach and team known for their ability to disrupt opponents. The schedule continues with a home game against the Auburn Tigers, who finished last year with a 5-7 record. The Tigers' projected quarterback, University of South Florida transfer Byram Brown, is expected to bring SEC experience into this Week 8 contest. The final hurdle in this demanding stretch is the trip to Oxford to face the Oklahoma Sooners. The Sooners are also looking to repeat their success, with quarterback John Matter aiming to replicate his 2025-26 performance and Isaiah Saitna returning as a key offensive weapon. The Rebels look to settle scores after a previous victory over Oklahoma. This sequence of 5 games is poised to define the 2026-27 season for Ole Miss, demanding significant resilience from first-year coach Pete Golding and the team, particularly with quarterback Trinidad Chambliss receiving a 6th year of eligibility to lead the offense through this intense period. The NBA playoffs continue with a crucial matchup as the Cleveland Cavaliers face the Detroit Pistons in Game 4 of the second round. The Pistons currently hold a 2-1 series lead in the series. Information regarding viewing options for this game on May 11 has been published by the New York Times. While the report notes that no injuries have been listed for either team, Kevin Huerter is listed as day-to-day with an adductor injury. Betting odds for the game are available through BetMGM. This watch guide was developed using technology from DataScribe. Note that betting, ticketing, and streaming links mentioned in the article are provided by partners of Channel YouTube, and restrictions may apply. Channel YouTube maintains full editorial independence, and partners have no control over the reporting or editing process. The accompanying photo credit is Sam Hod, Pool, Mark Blinch/NB, Angela Weiss/AFP Getty Images.